Welcome to Interviewing the Experts. My name is Nathan, and today we are doing book review of 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself. And this is a very important book for several reasons, one of which I use these tactics constantly to get this podcast out to you guys. Because if you're like most people, including myself, you are nowhere near as motivated and disciplined as you would like to actually be. So these are just 100 different tactics that you can use to get the things that you want to get done. And I'm not going to cover all 100 things. The book is pretty much just covering the 100 things. And it's a short book. It's only like an hour and a half in audio form. So it should be a one-day kind of read kind of book for most people. So I recommend reading it, and I'm just going to cover a couple of my favorite tactics, starting with the first one that I use the most, and it is number 74, and it is doing something badly. Allow yourself to do it badly, because if you think that you have to do it perfectly, you're not going to get started. I'm using this tactic right now because I'm tired. I don't have the level of energy that I would like to put out to be able to engage you guys and keep you listening. But if I don't do it, then you're definitely not going to listen in the first place. So I might as well do it, and do it badly at the minimum. And if I can do it better, do it better. There's a quote that he actually quotes in this book, and I really like this quote too. And it is, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing badly. Because if it needs to get done, and it needs to be done, it's okay to do it badly, if badly is as good as you can do. So that's the first one I want to talk about, number 74. The second one I want to talk about is number 2, and it is tell a lie. And basically the idea is write down a list of things that would make you sound absolutely extraordinary, and then pursue becoming that person. So for example, if you want to be more caring, say that you're the most caring person in the world, and then pursue becoming more caring. Basically, allow yourself the lie of describing the best person that you can think of, because that's what you really want to be in the first place. So allow that lie to happen, and then pursue becoming that. And then the third one I want to talk about is number 1, and it is creating a vision. If you don't know where you're going, if you don't have a plan, if you don't know what you want out of life, then you're not going to be motivated to work on the little things that lead to that end goal. The next one I want to talk about is number 16, and it is get on your deathbed. Imagine if tomorrow was your last day. What would you regret not doing? What would you regret not having accomplished? And use that to push yourself forward and to keep working on the things that truly matter to you. Because that's what's important. Number 17 is also really good, and it is be lazy to begin with. If you give yourself a monstrous task like I did today, where you have a big, giant, long list of things that you're trying to get done, and you have to get it all done today, you're not going to be motivated. But if you allow yourself to just do 1 episode, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, write 1 chapter, make 1 call, just be lazy to begin with. And it goes back to the principle of the low bar, high bar. This is the same thing. Give yourself an easy goal that's a minimum goal, so that way when you start, even though you're exhausted and you don't want to do it, you start, and then your brain activates the momentum, and then you're willing to do more. It's a gym example is you don't even have to work out. You just have to go to the gym. And then once you're at the gym, generally you'll be like, well, I'm here anyway, might as well work out. So that's number 17, and it is be lazy to begin with. Number 25 is be where you are. And essentially what that is talking about is if you're constantly focused only on the future, you're going to be anxious. And if you're constantly focused on the past, you're going to be depressed. If you focus on what you're doing here and now, and what you're trying to accomplish now, not even 5 minutes ago, now, then you will be in a better mood, and you will be able to, and when you're in a better mood, you're able to get more done. Number 53 is debate your dark side. And basically, that is talking about, it doesn't matter if you think you're an optimist or a pessimist, everyone has negative thoughts, and they're constantly dealing with those thoughts, constantly dealing with self-doubt and all sorts of other negativity. And you need to confront it, because if you don't confront it, then if you don't confront it, then you will be let down and your dark side will win. So make sure that you fight it, argue it, and call it as it is. A lot of times it's a bunch of bullcrap that's going through your head. So name it and get rid of it. And just a reminder, everybody deals with it. You're going to deal with it your whole life. So don't beat yourself up when you have those negative thoughts. Just acknowledge them, push them aside. When this episode is airing, there's some Tony Robbins Monday motivational videos talking about your mentality somewhere in the close vicinity. I think that aired a couple of weeks before this episode. So go back and rewatch those. Those are important for reprogramming your mind. And the last one I want to talk about today is kind of a weirder one, and it is number 60. Swim underwater is the title of it. And essentially what that is you need the more oxygen you have going to your brain, the more capable your brain is of confronting challenges and dealing with things. So swim underwater is building up your lungs. He uses the example that a chess master would swim underwater to build up his lungs, so that way when later in the game of chess, when he's running low on energy and his opponent's running low on energy, whoever has the more oxygen in their brain is the one who's more alert and is able to make better decisions and able to confront. So that goes back to health. Being healthy is extremely important. We will be talking about health here in a couple of weeks, and health is a linchpin of being successful. If you can't do the things that you need to do, then you can't be successful. So be healthy, watch the episodes on health that are coming up, read this book. It's a great book. It's got a 90 something more ways to motivate yourself, and I will see you all next week.